In the midst of these seemingly never-ending heat waves in the middle of summer, one must stay strong until it gets colder again. And what better way to focus on the jolly vibes of the holiday season than to compare and contrast how dangerous Super Mario 64's two snow levels are based on their setup, enemies, and hazards. It sounds like a pleasant time if you ask me. In this video, we will be determining which of these two iconic snowy winter wonderlands is the most dangerous in the game. It will be decided based on the number of hazards, enemies on the level, and likelihood of actually dying if a normal person were to be stranded in both worlds. With that out of the way, let's dive right in. Beginning with Cool Mountain, immediately you begin to notice that you start off at the very peak of the mountain and descend towards the bottom. You can either slide downwards towards the precarious slide with little to no railings while dodging the spin drifts, or you can jump down the wood cabin chimney and fall to your doom while trying to race a giant talking penguin. I think we all know which answer makes the most sense here. Since you choose to go down the slide outside, you must proceed with caution because you could very easily fall off the slide and break your neck. Once you make it down safely, you are presented with two options once again. You can either take the rickety bridge, which has two Mr. Blizzards hopping about and can mess you up with snowballs, or you can take the little ski lift, which is very shaky and unstable. I think the bridge is safer honestly. You can either walk down the rest of the bridge or just jump down, but chances are you will break some bones, so that's not a good idea. Once you make it to the bottom, there isn't much to do but deliver the penguin to the mom, and just walk around trying not to fall into the deep abyss underneath. You can take the cannon to shoot yourself to the other side, but why would you honestly? Now, to total up all the hazards such as shaky, unstable bridges, lack of railings, bunch of enemies on screen, and the fact that the entire level is floating, I will rate the danger level of Cool Mountain a 87 out of 100. It's safe to say that this isn't your ideal getaway spot for a vacation for the holidays, unless you're an adrenaline junkie who seeks thrills in life. Moving on to the other snowy level, Snowman's Land, this one is very different than Cool Mountain for a number of reasons. To address the elephant in the room, it's immediately obvious that it's impossible to fall at the level because there is no actual pitfall. You start off on the ground level rather than the top of the mountain. However, the catch is that there are much more enemies this time compared to Cool Mountain, like fly guys, ice bullies, amps, moneybags, spin drifts, etc. Not to mention that there are now frozen water, which gives you hypothermia. The even colder water literally feels like touching lava, which is extremely dangerous. There aren't too many slides this time, so you don't need to worry about falling from high places and snapping your legs. However, if you do decide to climb the mountain to the top for whatever reason, you will find a giant snowman who will try to blow you away. This will result in a high chance of death from falling, so avoid going to the top at all costs. If you want to explore inside the igloo, there are a bunch of enemies taking refuge inside for some reason and can be a little dangerous as they will try to run you out of the little fort. But if you just manage to avoid the obviously dangerous sections of Snowman's Land, you should be fine for the most part. Totaling up all the enemies and hazards on screen for Snowman's Land, I will rate the danger level displayed an 80 out of 100. It's slightly less dangerous than Cool Mountain, solely for the fact that it takes place on the ground level for the majority of the time, and some of the actual dangerous parts can be easily avoided. In conclusion, I honestly think Cool Mountain is much more dangerous than the other due to its high altitude and raggedy bridges that should be inspected more closely and repaired. But I would not recommend any of these places for your next vacation anytime soon, so just go to a ski lodge or something somewhere else where it has good reviews online. You will be much more happier that way. Thank you for watching. Which of these two levels do you find more dangerous in your opinion? And please like and subscribe if you want to for more videos like these.